Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to blow. Caught him with that left, I leave him kept out on the floor.
On my finger, but yes, like playing chess and I don't even sweat. That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse.
Hey, okay, Hinata. I'm so happy. I love seeing Coco just absolutely thriving. Jurin is so clean. You gotta talk more about Jurin dancing, man. What's up, Alpha Links? It's Chain Reactions. It's XG Undefeated performance video. I skipped the one that was going around on Twitter because the first thing I saw was people complaining about the camera work, and I figured I'll just wait for the video, so here we are. Okay, background dancers with the knee work. Okay. Hey.
Undefeated, that's why they call me undisputed. I'm breaking up another season.
Yep.
I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to blow. Caught him with that left, I leave him kept out on the floor.
Hey.
Sounding itchy, sticky, swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah.
I have to stop it a couple of times for copyright, but I'll try not to talk too much since this is brand new. But I love the way that they used them as like a set to block her, and then she broke through and kind of struck the little pose. Very smooth.
Sticky, swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah.
Coach you to fire the breath. King of the jungle and beat my chest. They say I'm posing the threat. Just like a pebble, I'm cutting the net.
Ring on my finger, but yes, like playing chess and I don't even sweat. That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse.
Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show. Crossing they know we are undefeated.
Yes.
That's why they call me undisputed. I'm linking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? I pop on with the jumper, then the adios. Gotta go. I'm the prima donna, make him do the most. Not enough, I'm just warming up. We up in the cut.
Hey.
Time to heat it up.
Oh, interrupted a dope transition, it looks like, too. Okay, Hinata.
Gotta go. I'm the prima
Yes,
donna, make
Coco
him
with
do
the
the most.
attitude.
Not enough, I'm just warming up. We up in the cut. I'm ready to hunt. Time to heat it up. Two-step to cool scare, now you on the run.
Okay,
you gon'
Harvey.
hear my soundtrack go dun 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 dun.
All right.
I'm starting riots when I pull the stun. I got him shook, I'm on a bro, check on my stats. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show. Crossing my heart, they know we are undefeated. That's why they call me undisputed.
Yes.
I'm ranking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that?
Yo, before we get into Juria with her beautiful and elegant and pretty vocal moment, I'm so happy. I love seeing Coco just absolutely thriving. I don't know if it's a coincidence that it's since the shaved head, but I just feel like she's really, really come into a good place of just feeling herself. I mean, even just like the fanning herself off. I don't know if it's the facial expressions. I don't know if we're all projecting this onto her, but she just seems so confident and in such a good place. Not that she was in a bad place before, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And if I'm crazy, I'm crazy. I'm just happy for her, and I feel like she looks like she's really thriving.
Call me undisputed. I'm ranking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? Hey, even though it's been a long way, even at the top, I'm right away.
Hey.
And we do it all again. Just remember the time, remember the climb.
Walk it
now
out.
Glitter and shine. We on top of the world. Undefeated. That's why they call me undisputed.
Okay, Jurin.
I'm ranking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that?
So much sass. Hey. Okay. Jurin is so clean. You Gotta talk more about jurin dancing, man. So quick thoughts before I run back through it and talk a little bit more is I expected more like over the top aggression in the choreography and more of like a in-your-face attitude as opposed to a sassy, confident attitude, just because of the instrumental, it being a video game song and it being called Undefeated. I expected a little bit more of like that kind of bluster and stuff like that. So I thought it was a really pleasant surprise to see. Not that I would dislike that stuff. You know, if it was all elbows and stomps and jumping and shit, obviously I'd be losing my mind. I'm just saying that they did a really good job of incorporating other elements that I didn't expect to see as much. So we had a little bit more of a sassy kind of attitude, you know, little moments on the repetitions that we'll talk about, and we had a little bit more fluid moments. We had a little bit more body roll stuff, a little bit more of like the elegant, more stereotypically kind of feminine movements than what I expected, and I think that they killed it. So let's just go back through this shit. And shout out to the background dancers. They had a couple of really nice moments too, starting with these knees. Wobble them shits, yes. We got this, we got that. We got a couple of walks. There is a lot of this. There's a lot of these side body rolls, and there's a lot of walking from the back to the front. That is a very strong theme in this video.
Undefeated.
Yep.
That's why they call me undisputed.
Hey. Okay.
I'm waking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that?
So I like how she puts the frame and then they move their bodies to like align with the frame. I think that's a nice touch. And then I really like how she steps back, as there's a lot of moving from the back to the front, but then there's her moving from the front to the back and then they close. I think that's really cool because that's also something you do a couple of times where they have people either close in front of someone or open to frame somebody moving forward. So they use that very nicely.
I've been up on my stats.
Hey, moving forward, okay.
Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to go.
And I love that right there too. I love that they have her, so they use that transition and then they crossed in front of her and then they put their arms to block her almost, and then she breaks back through it and then she Sorry, I got so excited I punched my microphone and unplugged it. I like that. I don't even know where it got cut off, but they moved her to the back and they framed her, and then they move their arms in front of her, and then she breaks through them and she steps forward and strikes that little bit of a pose, like you can't stop me, you can't block me. I think that's very fun.
We about to blow. Caught him with that left, I leave him tapped out on the floor.
Yes.
Sunny, itchy, sticky, swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah.
And I never would have expected we get one of these, okay? That's what I'm talking about. There's some of these elements that I would not have thought that are in here. And then also, it's hard not to look at who's in the center, but just look at how they're all serving this whole time.
Undefeated, locked and loaded, we are.
Look at their faces. Look at Hinata and Harvey, okay? Tell them they're not the center right now.
Would you look at that? Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to blow. Caught him with that left, I leave him tapped out on the floor.
Yep.
Sunny, itchy, sticky, swishy, watch me
that little
bank a
step,
score.
foot up.
In the boat, I'm in the zone,
Hey. And I love this. I love these transitions when groups do this, where they do the kind of little low walk and they bring the knees up to kind of make the transition, the lateral transition. It sort of masks it. It sort of adds a little bit of a flourish, and it always works.
Swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah.
Culture to fire the breath.
Yep.
King of the jungle and beat my chest.
Hey.
Posing the threat. Just
Posing
like
a threat.
I'm cutting the net.
Bring on my finger, but yes.
Yes.
I clean chest and I don't even sweat.
Hey.
That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse.
I love that little foot drag, okay? I love it. I love that foot drag. I do.
Bring on my finger, but yes.
Back to the
I
front.
clean chest and I don't even sweat. That's
Hey.
what I call it finesse. That's
Hey.
what I call it finesse.
Finesse.
In the rivals.
And I love this moment from the background dancers, this little drop and spin to the side.
Finesse. That's what I call it finesse. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down.
Hey, Chisa.
This
is my show.
And then we get this moment here where we get another one of these. We get it if we get two people doing it so that they frame Juria coming from the back to the front. She reaches forward, does a little one of these. It's Diva Juria. It's my favorite version of Juria. It's the version of Juria where she's feeling herself, where she knows she's killing it. She knows she looks good. She knows she sounds good. And she doesn't care if you know that she knows it.
That's what I call a finesse. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show.
It's her show.
In my heart, they know we are undefeated. That's why
Yes. And then tell me that Maya's not fucking this up. Come on, be for real.
my heart, they
Look
know
at
we
her.
are undefeated.
Yes.
Everybody call me undisputed. I'm making up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that. I pop
And then that's the thing that I love also about this choreography. I mean, the stage presence that Maya has, just super. I love that when they have the repetition in the lyrics, that they use that as a time to do like a little sassy moves, a little bit of attitude. I like that. It's always something that's a little bit sassy. It's always something that fits that sort of visual theme of this attitude, of this confidence, and it works.
I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that. I pop on with the jumper, then the adios. Gotta go. I'm the prima donna, make him do the most. Not in
I love this transition. We do this twice. We have Coco come in doing a little bit less of the sassy and a little bit more of the in-your-face kind of attitude. We've got the little shoulder pop. She lifts the foot up in the air a little bit. She does that, and then that sets the stage for Hinata to come from the back to the front, doing a little bit more of a more feminine, a little bit more of a fluid sort of set of movements. And then we go into a very dope transition where she stomps down, becomes Harvey into the two-step. I love that part. And then we do it a little bit later too with Coco, and then she sets the stage for Juria to come through with the lightest and most elegant part of the song. So I think that's really interesting that they do that twice.
the jumper, then the adios. Gotta go. I'm the prima donna, make him do the most. Not enough. I'm
Yes.
just warming up. We up in the club.
Hey.
I'm
Woo.
ready to hunt. Time to hit it up. Oh.
Get it, Hinata.
Two-step to cruise, now you on the run.
Love it.
You gon' hear my soundtrack go dun 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 dun.
Yes, Harvey.
I'm starting
Ah.
riots when I pull
In the
stun.
pose?
I'm on a broach, I'm on a strap. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals.
And I love here, again, back to front, when Maya is walking, they're all standing still, and then when she gets to the front and she kind of like sets her legs and moves her hips, they all do the same thing. So they're stationary, she moves forward, then I'll have to see and see if it's actually the same movement, but they do something at the same time that she sets, and it's almost like, I don't know, something's like clicking into place, and they're all synchronized at that point. I'm not sure if it's the exact same movement, so we'll see, but it's something at the same time that she's doing it.
I'm on a broach, I'm on a strap. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals.
Okay,
They can
so
try, but they're never ever slowing me down.
it is very similar, that basically as she takes, it looks like maybe as she takes these last two steps, they kind of simulate taking those last two steps and setting their
Ain't
hips.
no rivals.
Yeah.
They can try, but they're never ever slow.
And then they kind of match with the arm. Yes, and it's like, it's almost staggered. So she comes through, she sets, they set their legs and hips, then she lifts her arm, then they lift their arms, and it's just a very cool sequence where it looks like she is coming in and then locking in, getting synchronized, and then starting the next section. I think that's very, very dope.
Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down.
Yo, this little crotch crab is killing me.
They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down.
Hey.
This is my show.
Ooh, the body roll. Shout out to the vocal line, man. They are killing this in the visual and in the move department. Shout out to the vocal line.
But they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show.
Hey!
It's in my heart.
And that's one moment where I'm not sure if it's camera work or if it's sped up, but she looks like she's moving from the back to the front again, but she looks like she's doing it very quickly, and I can't tell if she just got a lot of hustle, or if it's a little bit of clever camera work, a little bit of that zoom effect. So people who have seen the live thing on Twitter can let me know, and I'll also see it. I can't tell if it's sped up or if that's the same as the live version. Ooh. The attitude, though. Fuck it up, Coco. Yes. Knees. Shoulders. Twist. Yes. Hey. Yo, I love it. I love how Coco is thriving. The confidence of just selling something as simple as a little step back and fan yourself off. The way that she is, and again, it could just be projection. Maybe we're just all collectively projecting that since she shaved her head, she's feeling more confident. Maybe we're more confident in her and we're just really proud of her. So we're just kind of seeing that. I don't really know, to be honest, but whatever it is, there's just a joy that I feel. Maybe it's because she looks more grown up and she's the baby. I have no idea. But I'm just very proud of her, and I think it's really awesome to see her just look like she's feeling like the boss that we knew that she was the whole time. So I absolutely love that. And then again, just like with her moment before Hinata came in with her, more fluid kind of feminine movements, now we have the part of the song where Juria makes it elegant, makes it pretty, makes it light with the vocals, and then they match that with the choreography. They kind of get a little more stationary. She comes through just like her voice is a light note on a breeze. She comes through like she's a leaf floating in the wind, and then we get into some nice little movements too there. It's Coco with a little bit of attitude, with a little bit of a knees, a little bit of a shoulder something, and then we get into Juria just like before we got into Hinata. Ooh. Hey! Just look at Juria. Again, this is my favorite kind of a Juria. My favorite Juria variant is the confident diva, I'm serving Juria. And again, that it's always something that gives a little bit of sassiness. But I love the way that Juria is serving, the way that she's looking, the confidence. It's serious, it's fierce. I absolutely love this. And then when she drops down, that they do this little move. It looks like it starts in their legs and then it goes up. I like that too. It's like they do a little knee wobble and then it goes up into their body. Like the energy just has to go somewhere. Love it. Coincides with their arms too. Woo. Right there. I mean, she just looks dope as hell. Look at her. Serve. We'll walk it out. Hey. Another rush from the back to the front. And then we come back to what we had at the beginning, where we make the frame and then we move our bodies to line up with it. Very smooth. Hey. And then again with that striking a couple of poses, do a little sassy hand movement. Move back, they close in front. So clean. Very, very nice. It's obviously still got attitude. It's XG. It's always going to have attitude. It's just a slightly different brand of attitude than what I expected. So I thought that was a nice surprise. Let me know if you think I missed anything, because with these early premieres, I always miss something because I'm fucking tired. But I thought it was very, very cool. I liked the way that they set the stage. There were a couple of themes, the moving from back to the front, these body movements, these little side body rolls, using it to frame people. There were a couple of things that they did consistently throughout, even when the different parts of the song had different choreography, there were still some of those common themes. There was always someone running from the back to the front. There was always some version of a transition of people either separating or closing in front of somebody. So there were a couple of consistent things that tied it all together, even though there were some parts that were different. I thought that was very nice. Shout out again to the background dancers. They had a couple of really nice moments. And again, shout out to the vocal line. I think that they looked really great. I think that they rocked that choreography. I think that Chisa served a really great attitude. I think that Juria looked like she was feeling herself. She knew that she was. Love that so much. I love that serious, fierce look from Juria. It's just because normally, you know, she's got such a different demeanor. So when I see that in her, I just love it. And again, Coco with the shaved head, whether it's projected from us onto her or she's really feeling it, I just love seeing that. I just feel like she's growing up. I just feel like she's more confident, or at least she's coming off that way. I love it. I love that for her. I hope she feels as good as we all think that she feels. But definitely let me know what you all think. I know we got Something Ain't Right. I haven't actually watched this teaser yet, but I've seen some of these clips and it looks interesting. Very excited. Let me know if we're excited about Something Ain't Right. Let's come and let me know if you'll be here with me for that. I hope you will be. And until next time, stay fresh.